In this tutorial, we're going to take a look at how to create pages for your website. Now, in order to create a page for your website, you need to log into the control panel. So we go to the back end of our website, and the tool for pages, if we click that, that will give us an entire list of all the pages we have on our website. And as I hover over each page, it brings up a submenu that allows me to edit that page, or I can trash that page, so put it in the bin, delete it, or I can view that page so I can see what my website visitors see when they see that page. Now, for the purpose of this tutorial, we're going to create a brand new page from scratch. Now, the beauty of this platform is you can create as many pages as you like. There is no limit on the number of pages that you want to create for your website, so you can create as many as you like. So in order to create a new page, we're going to click the Add New button, and that's going to take us to a brand new page template, and it's prompting us to enter a title here. So I'm going to create a brand new page. Let's call this About Us, just to give a bit of background information about Selfie websites. This is the content area, so this is where we're going to actually add the content for our page. So you can type it out from scratch here, so I can type Selfie websites, or you can copy and paste this from something like Word if you've already got some content created. So Selfie websites was created to enable business owners to manage their websites independently. Okay, so that's how we can add some words to our page. But there's a lot more we can do to that also. So let's take a look at the tools we have available. This toolbar here is, for those of you that have used Word, it will be fairly familiar to you in terms of formatting tools. So we can highlight some of the content and we can make that bold, or we can make it italic. We can strike through font. We've got the ability to add bullet points or a numbered list, so we can have, let's say, option 1, option 2. We can make those bullet points by clicking that button there, or we can change that so it's a numbered list, so number 1, number 2. We've got the ability to format it so it looks like a quote, so we can if you've got perhaps a testimonial from a client, so client A was amazed at how easy it was to use. She said, I can't believe how easy it was to use. And we can simply highlight that, click the quote, and that's going to indent it. Doesn't look that different now, but if we have a look at our page in a minute, you'll see how that looks different. Got the ability to add a horizontal line, so if you want to break up your text for whatever reason, you can add a line to break up the text. We can align it left or centered or right aligned. And then just to show you a few more tools, if we click on this link here, or this button here, it says toggle toolbar. That will bring up an additional line underneath with some more formatting tools, and we can change things like the font color. So if we want to change that, this button here with a big letter A in allows us to change the color. So we can change that to perhaps red, blue, whatever color you like. We can make it underlined. You can paste as plain text, so it's particularly useful if you're copying, say, from Microsoft Word or some other word processing software. Sometimes it will bring in formatting. It's much better if you paste that as text, so instead of just clicking Control V on your keyboard, or just right clicking and choosing paste, you can simply click that button there to paste that, and that'll strip out any formatting. There are a few other features there, so have a little play with some of the formatting tools in your own time. There's a few more things I want to draw your attention to in this tutorial. We're going to take a look now at how to add images to your page, how to add hyperlinks to your page so you can link to another page on your website or link to an external website. But before we get to that, I want to show you how you can now view your page on your website. So let's suppose we've made the change we want to make for now. However, we're still going to be working on it, so I don't want to publish it. So this button here, it says publish. What that will do is that will save my changes, but it'll also publish it, which means it will make that page live. So all website visitors will be able to see this page. Now I don't want that because I'm still working on this page. I haven't finished it yet. I want to save my changes, but I don't want to make it live. So in order to do that, we're going to click Save Draft, this one here. And what that will do is that will do exactly as what it says. It's going to save a draft of this page, which means we can now log out from our control panel. We can go away, come back in a couple of days' time, and next time we click on the Pages link in the left-hand navigation bar within the control panel, the About Us page, or whichever page you're creating, will be shown in your page listing. And as you can see, it's got the word draft next to it to highlight the fact that it's still a work in progress. So that's how you can save your page. Now if you want to view your page, we could simply click preview to view that, or if we go back into the editor for a moment, when you're creating a page or a post, there's a link on the top of that screen that says view page, or if it's a post it will say view post. If you click that link, that will take you straight to the front end of your website where you can actually view this page as it's going to look to your website users. Now we haven't made this page live, so this page isn't currently published, it's not available on our website, but this just allows us to view essentially a preview of what this page will look like. So as you can see, this bit here, this is the quote format. So remember I added this testimonial and set that as a quote. That's how that's changed the format of that wording, so it looks like a quote. We can go back into the editor screen, so if we want to go back and continue editing our page, rather than have to go back to the control panel and choose pages and then select the About Us page from the list, we can simply click the edit page link here, and that will take us back to the editor screen. So we can flick between the two whilst we're creating that page or editing that page. Once you're ready to publish that page and make it live, obviously we can then click the publish button, and that will make that page live. Okay, so we're now going to take a look at how to add images and create hyperlinks on your page. Okay, so we're now going to add an image to this page. So perhaps we want to drop in an image of one of our bits of work, perhaps, or something else. This button here says Add Media. This is where we can go to add an image to our page, and you can add as many images as you like to a page. So let's click Add Media. Now by default it'll open up the media library, so this is all of the images that we currently have, we've currently uploaded to our website. Now if you haven't already uploaded an image to your website, which you probably haven't as yet, we're going to click on the link that says Upload Files, and that allows us to upload a specific file from our computer onto our website. So we can now select files, and that will take us to the Explorer, Windows Explorer, and allow us to actually browse for that file. So let's just choose an image that we're going to use. So let's just choose this image of a trophy. We're going to click Open, and that's then going to upload that image to our website. Now if I want to use that image again in future, I won't need to upload that image again. I can simply choose it from a media library. So let's now insert that into the page, and that's inserted that image into the page. As you can see, it looks pretty big. It's taken up most of the page, So let's reduce the size of that. We can, if you click on the image, you have two options. You've got a button, a pencil button, which allows you to edit this image. So that's how we can make it a bit smaller. And you've got the delete button. So we don't want to use that right now, but let's go into edit that image. And you've got various different settings or various different options that allow you to edit this image within your page. So you can change the alignment. So if you have it left aligned, what that will do is that will wrap any text around the right hand side. So it will mean any text will wrap over here. Or you can have it centered, or you can have it right aligned. If you have it right aligned in the same way, any text will be wrapped around from the left hand side. Now the size is currently set to full size, which is pretty big at a minute, and we're going to reduce that. I'm going to make that a medium size, so that's going to make that a lot smaller. Or you can choose a custom size, and you can specify exactly the size you want. Just be aware that you'll need to make sure, if you're specifying a custom size, that you keep the ratios the same, just so it reduces in size to the same ratio. So let's change that to a medium image, and let's click update. Now if you are uploading a lot of images, it's probably best that you resize them before you upload them, but you have that flexibility that you can resize it within your page, as we've just done there. Okay, so that's how you can upload images to your page. Now what about adding hyperlinks? So perhaps you want to direct people to I don't know, perhaps a contact page. So click here to contact us, and we want to add a hyperlink here. So in order to do that, we're going to simply highlight that wording, and this icon here that looks like a chain, and if you hover over it, it says insert/edit link. Click on that, and that allows us to add a URL for that particular link. Now I don't know what the URL is, however, rather handily, what it will do is, if I just click back up there, the first time you come into the screen it will probably look something like this. You can link to existing content, so if you click that link there, that will give you a list of all of the pages and posts that you've created on your website, so you can easily link to a page or a post that you've created. So let's find a contact page. So I've created this page here, contact page. If I click that, as you can see, this field here at the top populates automatically with the exact URL for that page. You can also specify that that link opens in a new window or a new tab. So if you want people to click that link, and rather than them be taken away from that specific page they're on, it opens up in a new window, you can choose that, or choose add link. And as you can see, that's added a hyperlink to that wording. So if we now just save what we've done and now view the page and just see how that's working, we can see what effect that's had. So here's the link we've just added. Click here to contact us. So if I click that page, or that link, that's going to take us to the contact page. Okay, so that's how you can add a really simple hyperlink to your page. Now as you can see, it's opened in a separate tab because we clicked that link to open in a new tab. If we hadn't clicked that link, it would have simply opened in this tab, and we would have to click back to go back to the About Us page. Okay, so that's how we can add images and hyperlinks to a page. Now what if you want to do a bit of a combination? So perhaps you've got an image that when people click on it, you want them to go to a specific location. Well, we can do that in much the same way. So we'll click on this link here, and let's suppose that when someone clicks on this image of the trophy, we want them to go through to the Contact Us page. We can do that by again simply clicking the Insert Edit link, and it's already got something in this URL. Now what that is that is the image itself. So if someone clicks on that image currently, all it will do is open up a bigger version of that image. Now we don't want that. We want it so when someone clicks on that trophy, they are taken to the Contact Us page. So let's scroll down again and choose that from the list of pages here. And that URL has changed now, so it's going to be directing people to the contact page. Let's click that box there so it opens in a new tab. Let's click update, and if we now save our progress and have a look at that page again, If we now click on this cup, that's going to take us to the contact page. Brilliant, so that's exactly what we wanted. Now it's not just internal links that you can create, you can obviously also create a link to an external site. So if you want to take people away from your website to a different website, you can obviously do that in the same way. So we can change that link. So let's click this button here to remove that hyperlink. And let's perhaps say click here to, I don't know, visit the Google website. And we can simply link, if we go to Google, we can simply copy that URL. So right click, copy, and then go to our insert edit link button, and we can simply take that out and simply paste it. So right click and choose paste, or you can hold down the control key and the V key on your keyboard to paste that link in. And let's open a new window again and add that link. And now what will happen is, if we have a look at that, that's going to direct people straight through to the Google website if they click on that link. There we go. Okay, there's a couple of other features I want to show you about editing pages. We're going to take a look at how to add a downloadable document. So perhaps you would like people to, instead of when they click on a link going somewhere, they actually download a document, so perhaps an order form. So you can take people's orders. And we're going to set a featured image also, so we're going to take a look at that now. Okay, so we've seen how we can add images and hyperlinks, and we're now going to take a look at how to add a downloadable document. So instead of clicking this link, let's just remove that hyperlink. Let's say click here to download our order form. So this can be really useful if you've got something like an order form, or if you've got a brochure, perhaps a PDF brochure or a Word document you want people to download, or an Excel document, anything like that, you can allow them to download from your website directly. So in much the same way as we added an image, this time we're going to add a document. So we're going to click add media, and once again we're going to upload a file, and we're going to click select files to select that, and I'm just going to choose a file, just a basic order form in Word that I'm going to use for this. So that's now uploaded that document to our website. So once again, if I wanted a link to that again in future, I wouldn't need to upload it in the same way. I could just simply choose it here from my media library. Now a title is what will show on the actual page itself, so you can change that, you can overtype that if you want to, and that will change the actual title of the document itself. I'm going to leave that as it is for now, and we're going to simply click the insert into page button, and that's going to insert that link. As you can see, that's changed the wording to say my order form. Now that was the title of that document. However, I don't want just to say my order form. I'm going to want to prompt people to say click here to download my order form. So I can simply overtype this. So let's if you make sure your cursor is within the wording, so let's put it second line in and type here. So type click here to download my order form. So we can simply get rid of that first M there, and that's basically just overtyped the hyperlink with the wording that I want to show on this page. So we now save that and just take a look at what that looks like. So if someone clicks that link now, what's going to happen is it's going to download the document to allow people to open my order form. and that can be used for any document that you have, so a Word file, an Excel file, a PDF. Okay, there's just a couple more features I wanted to show you in terms of creating and editing pages. If we scroll down here on the right hand side, we've got a featured image option. Now a featured image allows you to add an image associated to this page. Now it's more used for posts, so when you're creating posts you can set a featured image for a particular post and it will show up in, say, an image slider, which we'll take a look at in just a moment. But it's also useful for pages in the same way. So if we take a quick look at the home page, this is blog post 15, and this image of the wedding rings, that is a featured image I created, or I set for my blog post 15. So if we go back here and choose set featured image, you can add the image in exactly the same way as we did on a page. So we can either choose an image what we've already uploaded from our media library, or we can upload a brand new image file. Now in this case I'm going to choose one I've already got in place. I'm going to choose this one of a sports car. I'm going to click set featured image, and that's going to set that as a featured image. Now what that will mean is if I choose to include the About Us page in the image slider on the home page, that image of a car will show in association with this page. Okay, so let's just save that. One last thing I wanted to show you in relation to pages is the various different page layouts that you have available through Selfie websites. So all of the templates we've installed have set layouts, and you can see what those are under page attributes, and this option here for template is currently set to default template, but if you click on that link or click on that drop down arrow, there's a number of different layout templates that you have available to you. So we'll just have a quick look at a couple of those just to give you an idea of what can be achieved, but definitely worth having a look at, or having a little play with creating pages and setting them to different layouts just to see how they work on your website. So for now, let's just delete the content we have currently. So let's just delete all of this, and I want to change that to a contact page. So this is a set template that's already been created for you for a typical Contact Us page. If we save that, although there's no content currently in the page, if we now view that page, you'll see we already have a contact form created, and it's created automatically because you've set that template. Now it just asks for a few basic information, a few basic details, and when someone clicks submit, that will go through to the email address that you have already configured as part of your website settings. Now if you want a more advanced form, or you want to change any of the fields, I'd recommend taking a look at the other video tutorial on how to add a website form to your website, because that will show you how to create a much more customized form for your website. This is just supposed to be a basic contact form that's just easy to create if you wanted to. So let's just go back and have a look at another page layout you have available to you. If we use the search page layout and just save that, if for example you wanted to create a page on your website, allow people to search your website, you could use this page potentially, and it's already pre-installed a search box, if you like, for your website. So your website users can add a search term. So let's see, perhaps Christmas cakes, and people can then search your website for that particular search criteria. Okay, so they're the main features of how to create a page. So we've had a look at how to initially create your page title and your content for your page, how to save the progress as you're going, how to publish your page. We've had a look at how to add things like images and hyperlinks, and how to add a featured image.